Shinobi, in today's video, we are going to be talking about what element you guys should be trying to go for. Before we get started, if you guys are new, welcome to the Shinobi. We play all sorts of different Roblox games. If you guys have any video recommendations, just post them in the comments down below. All right, so obviously there's a lot going on with this game, but the most important thing is to obviously level up fast and get as much armor, gold, resources, all that stuff as possible, right? So the thing is, your progression can be like it can be sped up or it can be slowed down based on what you have, obviously, right? So like what are the top ranking elements that will allow you to get what you want, right, and allow you to do it quicker? Because obviously all of us Roblox people, man, all of us gamers want to do things fast and very, very quickly. So I'm gonna give you the top, I'm gonna give you about 6 or 7 elements that I think would be the best for you, and we're gonna explain that and break that down for you as well. So let's start with what I think are the best elements overall, and I'll explain why too. So I'm gonna have to go with, so best overall is going to be Reaper. We've also got Angel on the list. We've got Lightning, Light, Dragon, and Ice. I'm not going to list any of the comments because there are some comments that are pretty decent, but I'm just going to list those ones because I want to do at least an epic, because the problem with the comments is that they don't really have that many moves. And it's like, I just want to do at least an epic. That way you get pretty much a full move set. Okay, so obviously we have Reaper, and you know, that's a mythic, like that has to be pretty good, right? And I'm gonna mention a bonus element as well in later in the video, and explain why you should possibly be interested in investing some gems into this one. But let's start with let's be realistic here, right? Because Reaper, we've got Dragon, and we've got Angel. Those are mythics and legendaries. So like to get one of those is going to take you a little bit more time, and realistically when you're starting out in the beginning, you're probably not going to have that many gems, right? And you're going to get mad if you don't get any of these. And I want you to know that, I mean, realistically, you can still progress really quickly without those specific ones. Okay, here's the thing about Reaper, right? Obviously, it's a mythic. It's got really, really good damage, and it's a close range sort of element, which has its downsides too. But I mean, you pretty much get carried by the skeletons and the fact that you can like AFK, which is nice, but at the same time, like it just depends, right? It just, some of the cooldowns are kind of high, which it's a really, really good element, but it's also like takes a lot of gems to get for the average player, right? So with Angel, right, so we've got legendary, that's a step down. The reason why Angel is so good, because it's so good for your team, right? Like you can heal your team, you can go into the Midas mode, which allows you to take less damage, which is really nice, especially if you're kind of going for a sword build. But I mean, I did have Angel like in the beginning. It was really good for speedrunning as well, because it does have some nice AoE. It's kind of limited on the amount of abilities it has for damage, but at the same time it is pretty solid, and that's more of a, I'd say that's an element that you would benefit more from, like as a team, right? Playing with your team, which is still really good, but we're still at the top of the tier list. I mean, like in terms of like, hey, I gotta get a legendary, that's kind of a lot of gems. The other legendary is gonna be the Dragon. Dragon's good, has high burst damage. I mean, it has decent range. It is kind of close range as well, which is kind of a hybrid between close and distance, but not too much distance. But Dragon's good as well. Like I said, like we're talking about legendaries right now. I'm gonna give you guys, like this video, I'm gonna recommend epics for your, like what you should go for, to be honest, because there's 2 epics that, I mean, there's three epics that I would recommend, and those are going to be Lightning, Light, and Ice, right? So with all of those 3, like take a look. Lightning is really, really good, and look, it has 5 moves. Light is also really, really good. So I did have Ice as well. Ice is really good as well, but I will say that my 2 favorite ones are going to be Lightning and Light, and I'll tell you the reason why, right? So with Light, obviously it's going to be like Kizaru from One Piece. It's going to be really quick moves, but not the most range, but really quick burst of damage, right? And you're quick, like your moves are pretty much instant at the speed of light, right? So that's why that one's good. It does have relatively short cooldowns, but the damage is high, and it's a burst, and it's really, really good for epic. Now Ice is pretty decent as well, which it has a little bit more AoE. It's a bit of a hybrid as well. I don't like this one as much, just because, I mean, it's decent, but I like to I just like the other ones a little bit more. If I were to pick one all over again, I would have to go with lightning, just because of the AoE. It has a lot of range for the moves. I'd say it's between light and lightning for me. And for you guys, like starting out, like once you level up and once you're past that level 90 threshold, you can actually start pulling corrupted elements, and it's obviously a lot easier. Like I have a corrupted ice right here that I haven't even used yet. I'll make a video on that one day. I might even trade it for when trading comes out. Like I might save it for that. But like lightning is something I would pick, and light is something I would pick too. I would say, like I said, for you guys starting out and progressing in the game, pick one of these and try to put all your skill points and element power for the most part, right? I don't put any in defense. I don't put any in sword power. I was a straight glass cannon build, and the reason why is because, well, how do I level up faster? Oh, well, I have to kill more things, right? I have to defeat enemies faster, quicker, right? It allows me to get more mastery for my weapons. All my armor gives me more loot and everything like that. So you just got to figure out how to survive. You got to use the element to allow you to like just survive. You have to maximize what your kit can do, that way you don't die, right? Which is really not that bad. I mean, being max level now, like I haven't ever put a single thing in defense, right? Like you got to get really good armor that has health, right, stats, and level it up, and that's where it comes down to that gold, right? Because at the end of the day, when you have more damage, right, you're gonna be able to get more gold, you'll be able to get more gems, which will allow you to get those better elements like Reaper, Angel, right, and get it like a nice increase to your damage there. But you got to start somewhere. So I think these epics would be really good for you. And I mean, like in the future, gold's gonna be a little bit more like useful, because I'm sure there's gonna be other things that we can spend our gold on. So I would highly recommend racking up on that, and obviously your gems too. Now there was, like I said, a runner-up, a little favorite of mine. Like I have it right now, as you guys can see. I have Galaxy right now. This is gonna be probably the most underrated element in the game, right? And I'll show you guys why. Like this thing is up for a revamp, so if you see Galaxy in the shop, don't use it for that freaking sword. Oh my gosh, don't use that to craft that, oh my god, manta blade. Like just please don't go over here and do this. Like not right now. Just don't use it, right? Don't do it right now. Like that's a waste of a Galaxy. It's not the best, but I like it because look at my cooldowns. Cooldowns are really, really low, and every single move is AoE. Yes, some of them are buggy, but at the end of the day, it's still really good for grinding. It's still really good for really good for infinite. Oh my gosh. And the thing about it is, once it gets its revamp, you'll have one of the best, if not the best mythic in the game, guys, and it's already really good. So if you were to save up for something, I would give Galaxy a try, and like honestly, it's gonna be really good. You guys mark my words, man. Like I literally I was tired of Reaper and I wanted to get something else, so I went with Galaxy, man. And here we are. Like I am not regretting it at all. Yes, it is kind of annoying that some of the moves suck. Like what is this? Like what is that right there? It looks really cool, but it hardly is effective. Like this too. This is really cool, but like why would I need to take 15 seconds just to do like, it does like 20,000 damage over 15 seconds. Like I can just do this and that and do the same amount of damage within 2 seconds. Like that doesn't make any sense to me. So the revamp is definitely gonna happen, guys. Like it's going to happen, and I think that Galaxy is going to be much better. But like I said, the elements to start with, I would say lightning, light, or ice. But realistically, it's between lightning and light for me. Yeah, I didn't do freaking gravity or anything because I don't want to pick any more legendaries. But those two, lightning and light, are really good. And hey, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What's your favorite element? What have you experienced in the game? What have you found to be the most, like, what's the most important thing that is allowing you to level up faster and do all that kind of stuff? But hey, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a thumbs up, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.